I have to actually
Okay.
let go of it. That's regular size.
Yeah, one
Fair.
square is regular.
Small, but still 1 square.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
All right, Bill. Let us know
Good stuff.
when you are ready.
No, we're good.
All right.
Let's do that
Like
recap.
and
Hey, YouTube.
share.
This is
No.
Soju Raph. I just want to let you know that you're watching Beatles stream, and you should like, comment, and hit that subscribe button.
And recap, Eli, all you.
Yeah, so last session you were wandering through the woods and pushing on into the evening, came across a clearing inhabited by a mysterious traveler who is later revealed to be Perrin, a lesser deity of wilderness nature and patron of wolves. You were sitting around, hanging out, partying a little bit, drinking some fine spirits, when you were beset upon by a lich and some wraiths. A battle ensued. Most of the wolves were killed, save for this dire wolf. But you were victorious, vanquished your foes, and we have not done anything since. I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to do anything.
So I want to ask the druid what just happened.
Who's the druid?
This guy. What?
The deity? The god?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one that
DJ doesn't have that information yet. Yeah.
the one that
that's
I do
right.
not have any of this information on.
Clearly
so
a druid.
Good
So
looks, Tozu, for remembering that you don't know anything. I
Yeah.
forgot.
no worries. I mean, you were doing the
You're
meta
not in charge or
for
anything, it's
Beatles
fine.
stream.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna kindly ask our friend over here.
You did see him single-handedly wrestling a lich.
I did. So I'm
You
assuming
saw
he's a very powerful druid at this point.
Yeah, you saw a beautiful, enchanting, golden light radiate from his entire presence and then melt the lich.
No,
Into
so druid cleric.
Yeah,
There you go. There you
Sure.
go.
He's doing that multi-class thing that you like so much, Eli.
I do love multiclassing.
I also got teleported, so I'm a little worse for wear right now and not quite sure what's happened in the past few minutes. Yeah. So I'm just gonna kindly, in my best way, ask what the hell was all that?
Oh, you just
Fair.
made me think of the TV show. All that.
All that.
Yeah. No, nothing. All right.
Distraction. Copyright infringement.
So you walk up to Perrin and say, "What the hell was that?" And he responds, "That was a lich. I have been hunting him for several moons. He's a slippery one, this lich. Every time I destroy him, he seems to reappear from a new phylactery, but I believe I'm getting close to the last one."
So are we? Did we help? Did we do good?
You did very well, and I appreciate your assistance.
Can I pet your wolf now?
He kind of looks at the wolf and then looks back at you. He's like, "You can ask."
Does your wolf have a name then? Or should I just approach it as wolf?
He kind of smirks and he says, "Hopper is not my wolf."
Ah. Hopper is its own wolf, I understand. Hopper, may I request your friendship?
So this dire wolf that is substantially larger than you are, like head and shoulders above, kind of comes and stares straight down at you and gives you a couple sniffs, and then one single lick on the top of your head.
Good enough for me.
And then it turns and starts to pace around the clearing.
That was so much
made
better than
friends.
when Pamela tried to husband everything.
Let's not recall that time, please.
Yeah. You can all everybody make a perception check.
Yay. I have that.
Sorry, that was on my mind for an entire week. I needed to
that was
get that
great.
role play out.
Super cute. I mean, Patrick gave them sausages.
Yeah.
Already got a 10. Broseph got a 6.
Cat got a 6.
Or,
What?
Broseph
That
got
was
a
terrible.
15.
I mean,
15.
Wow, Beetle.
I got a
I got
20.
a 1. And I still
Okay.
beat you.
Well,
Yep.
Tozu, you notice that Hopper seems to be sort of walking around to where the other wolves have fallen, and like putting his front paws down, and like kind of like it seems almost like he's like performing
Mourning.
rites or mourning these other wolves in a very like regular and ritual way, making his way around the campsite.
Brody's trying to find the blue dot wolf. I
Well,
think he's over here somewhere.
Yeah, we're gonna go with
All right.
here.
He was okay.
I tried to save them. They were all
Yeah, they
okay.
became monsters though.
It was sad.
I mean, Perrin, you're a powerful druid. Can't you raise them up?
I cannot, but do not mourn too long. Their souls will run again in this world.
During all of this, I've been doing a little slow motion walk around while that music lightning was playing, and then I stop. And now I'm going to catch up with conversation. But I was doing it as like a little celebratory, like around him.
Okay. Just being a hype man.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Act like
Oh, yeah. So you have a method for stopping their entrance into our plane?
whose?
The Lich?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, I get another plus. Here comes another 5. Better? 14.
Okay. You know that liches are the sort of undead continuations of wizards that have managed to become powerful enough to persist beyond death, and that many of them have tricky ways of continuing to stay alive even after being killed potentially multiple times.
Okay.
You remember he said something about phylactery.
Does the
What is the state
phylactery
of the
have
fire?
anything?
What's that?
I was just saying, what is the state of the fire currently? Is it out?
No, it's still going. I mean, that whole thing was like a minute.
Okay. So I'm over, just kind of chilling by the fire, making sure it stays warm.
Okay.
No, it's not a good fire if you're chilling by it.
Would closing the phylactery have any consequence against defeating Neshua Kadal?
He kind of smiles a little bit and says, a phylactery is not so much a doorway as it is a piece of the Lich's original soul. They are stashed around this plane, and he can revive himself from their presence.
And he only has one left?
Hopefully.
Do these have anything to do with Neshua Kadal?
Unfortunately, no. I cannot help with that task. This is just one of many evils in this world.
Would you be able to point us in the right direction for us to be able to deal with your unspeakable familiar?
You've been heading west. Keep doing that.
Thank you.
Don't mean to interrupt. Danielle's computer just died, but she'll be back on in just a second.
Okay.
Heard
Sounds
that.
good.
Danielle's computer, I can't imagine. It always runs so perfectly.
We're working on that.
With that, he kind of starts to make his way back towards the fire. It is still nighttime. It's like 9:30 at night. And he says, "You should rest while you can. You will be safe for the night."
I'm gonna wait for I already forgot his name. The dire wolf to make his way around to where I am.
Hopper,
Hopper, the direwolf.
I never forget a kiss.
Nice.
Excuse me. I'll wait till he gets up to me. And
Alright.
I'm gonna try something I'm probably not good at.
You did lay on hands to save his life.
Yes, I do recall that. Thank you for the reminder. Where is it? Okay. I am going to attempt an animal handling check. I'm just gonna talk to him, but I want to have some dice kind of back it up.
Sure.
So I've been saying a prayer over Blue here because he gave me the fist bump, so that was cool. So I've taken note of Hopper going around doing this, and once he gets up to me, I'll turn to Hopper and say, "What can we do for them? What can we do for these brothers?" And I will roll this. I got a 12. Talking to the dog, Wolf.
Roll an insight check.
Okay. That I'm better at. 21.
Okay. So he kind of like stands a little bit taller and like pushes his chest out a little bit and holds his head a little bit high. And then after a second, he like leans his head back and howls into the night, relatively briefly. But you sort of sense like a spirit of perseverance and renewed vigor in your quest.
Yeah. Is there
As best you can tell, that's like be strong and continue on.
is there a high point in the land anywhere nearby? Not like way off in the distance. I don't know.
Make a survival check.
$17.
Sure, about 200 feet to the northwest.
Okay. I'm
It's
gonna
not
get.
super high, and there's still pretty thick trees.
Yeah, I just want to find somewhere high and preferably clear. Best I can split the difference.
Okay.
I'm gonna get Broseph Minimax with the wagon, and I'm gonna
Thanks
collect
for
up
joining,
all
Peak of Powerful.
the wolf carcasses and put them in the wagon, and then bring them over to that point. As long as Perrin or Hopper don't stop me. You know, if someone starts getting very edgy about what I'm doing, obviously I will stop.
Okay. Hopper follows you closely
Okay.
and seems nervous at first, which you note, and you're very like careful and deliberate with your movements and very
Kind of showing my hands.
right, like gentle as you lay them in the back of the wagon. And he follows you around entirely and like sniffs them all and then sniffs them in the back of the wagon. And then follows very, very closely as you take them up the hill.
Okay.
Would anybody else like to do anything while you see this happening? Or while you're sitting by the fire?
Yeah, as we
Participatory or not?
as we approach the fire and people start sitting down, I'm gonna take out my hurdy-gurdy, start giving it a crank, and just playing a relaxing tune by the fire.
Okay. Go ahead and make a performance check.
Ooh.
You said that was to the north. That hill.
Heyo!
Yeah, northwest.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Very nice. So as you do so, Perrin kind of closes his eyes and starts to hum along a little bit, and then actually pulls out a pan flute and starts to play along with you. Your performance is divine.
Literally. I'm definitely going to be one of the ones that rest tonight, so I don't know if we're at that conversation yet, or I'm
We were
happy to
told-
wait
we-
if you...
I mean, the druid said that we'd be fine for tonight, so I don't think we need to actually be on observation for once.
True.
You are correct in assuming so.
However, I am going to. We don't. I mean, sorry, meta moment, but we don't have to necessarily roleplay this out. But figure while we're sitting here, this might be when I actually talk to Druid or talk to Perrin, and realize that he's not actually a powerful Druid.
Okay.
I don't know if
think,
you need me to make any checks on that or whatnot.
I
But
think
I'm assuming that between Beetle and Cat being around the fire as well, that I'd get clued in on things.
Yeah,
And
after the first
uh,
druid mistake, I'm sure we would make sure information
the
is
content
shared.
and chit chat, and eventually. You know what? Make an insight check.
Even with everyone telling you it's Perrin.
No one has outright come out and said, "Hey, he's actually a deity."
Mm.
All
I
right,
rolled
yeah,
a 20.
you figure it out. You kind of put the pieces together. You don't necessarily know a ton about his backstory and like stories of his deeds, but you realize that you are in the presence of divinity.
After about an hour, I would set up myself for sleep.
Okay. Pat, Brody, what are you doing up there?
So I'll bring them up to that little hill, and then I'll unload them in the same reverence that I loaded them.
Sure.
And I'll lay them out in whatever, 2x10 or
I'm
whatever.
going to say that as of this campaign, you have the last rites charm.
Huh. Thanks. Okay. I will be surprised by that, or already know it, or how do you want me to?
You know
Do we
what?
just want to say
Let's
it suddenly
actually do
manifests? Like I
No,
actually
yeah,
just
we're
do
gonna say
this?
so that as you're collecting these wolves, as you are reverently sort of placing them, do you have a religious symbol?
I would assume so. I mean, yes, I do on my character sheet. I've
Okay.
never actually defined what it was.
Whatever your religious symbol is has been sort of sewn into the fabric of your pennant
Welcome,
for a
Sarah
long
Bear
time now.
13. Enjoy
Okay.
the show.
And as you sort of start to collect them and lay them out reverently, you kind of catch, because it's nighttime, you kind of catch from the corner of your eye like a faint glow. And as you sort of feel on your back, your hand brushes your pennant, and you get this sort of invigorating sense that there's something new.
Okay. I'm gonna be equally surprised by that, but also familiar with it. I feel almost as if it was always there.
Right, because you are already attuned. So effectively, mechanically, you are already attuned to the item. So you would know all of its effects, but the item is gaining a new effect.
Okay.
So you don't have to reattune to know what it is. You just you
just
inherently know
I did.
what it can do, but it is a new thing.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll take that new confidence and
Welcome back, Danielle.
I hate my computers.
I will take that familiar confidence and apply it in this situation. I'm very interested to see how a wolf culture performs its burial attunements. So I will let radiant light fly for me, and a little glow up on the hill where there's a tree or two, and go down and touch each of them to purify them for their last rites.
I'm going to say we'll work out the specific mechanics after this. But
Yep.
I'm going to say that it takes about an hour to prepare all of them.
Totally fine with it.
Fair.
I will spend as much time as is required. I'll stay up all
Okay.
night if I have to.
Okay. Yeah, so as you do this, their fur kind of becomes clean. Any spots where they were bloodied are sort of healed, and they have kind of a lustrous sheen, almost like a much more... It's like a Maybelline commercial.
Yeah. The glow of the moon is actually like radiating off their fur.
Right, and there's no like the mud and sticks and twigs and like grass stains and dirt that just kind of gets matted in there. It's like they're freshly bathed and dried, and they are sort of laying on their stomachs with their paws sort of crossed in front of them and their
Kind
heads
of like
resting.
this, like yeah.
Yeah, like their heads resting on their paws, like tails curled around them in rest.
Brody has a few words to say. So after I do all that and kind of do the like a minister or priest would stand at like the head of like the grave, you know. I will say, so sleep on, my brothers, sleep tight, for now with you the sky is night, but after night will come daybreak. Therefore I will wait, hoping to see you wake.
All right, you get an inspiration for that.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That's
He Googled it.
tremendous.
Okay.
That's fine.
It was pretty.
So as you do that, you actually notice Perrin standing behind you.
Suddenly.
Yeah, I mean you've been
Mr.
focused on this
Clean.
ritual for an hour, right?
Yeah.
You've been focused on this ritual and doing your thing. And as you sort of complete that, you notice that Perrin has been standing behind you. And he closes his eyes for a moment and holds out his hand. And there's a large boulder at the edge of sort of this little, not quite clearing, but glade.
Elevation of land.
Yeah. And he goes up to it and rests his hand on it. And as he sort of, it kind of starts to glow a little bit. And as he steps back, you notice it's vaguely shaped like a wolf's head.
Oh, okay, so it's like a gravestone
Yeah.
marker for them.
And he kind of comes back to you and just gives you an appreciative nod and then walks back
I know.
into the night.
I'm gonna look over at Hopper, and I know you already howled, but do you have any other words to say?
That's so cute.
He comes over and kind of touches his forehead to your head, and then walks around, hops up on the rock, and lays down.
Okay.
In the same position that they are, like the paws crossed, head down.
Okay.
Just sort of on top of the rock, overseeing them.
I'm gonna step opposite of him to the edge of this scene. I'll get Broseph out of here. I'm gonna have the rest of them back off.
Sure.
And then I'm not gonna actually role play it because it's nighttime and I don't want to yell. But in Brody's most human-like howl, into the night, he will shout, "Brother!" kind of like a war cry, but also like imitating how a wolf would howl to the moon.
Yeah, don't wake the kid up.
Yeah. And because I feel like that would be his sort of battle cry, if you will. And I will bow, and then I will step off, and I will return to my friends.
I just want to point out that I got a kiss, you didn't. So you know who Hopper's favorite is.
Yeah, well, I'm not looking to make a friend for the night.
Hey.
All right.
Be over here.
Danielle, your computer was dying while we were doing this. Did you have anything that you wanted to role play with Perrin around the fire?
No, we probably just kind of like relaxed and like enjoyed.
Yeah, you've been
the
traveling
silence
all
and the
day and
calm.
just had a
just
very
kinda, like,
long fight. So
Yeah, so I think just kind of recharging. I might have like offered some beverage or something around to people.
Okay.
The only thing you've really missed is you missed the banging duet between Baron and Beetle. And
It's true.
and I figured out that I should stop calling Baron Druid. So
Okay. You have become enlightened.
Yeah.
Good.
No longer calling him, hey, you.
Hey, hey, Druid.
Now it's, sir?
Sir Druid.
Sir Druid. No, we're good. Let me check my stats. Do we need to rest? Where are we?
Well, that's what we're doing
mean-
now.
Oh yes, I
Yeah.
should totally
Just
rest.
rest in general.
So, yeah,
Whether you
you-
need to or not, you shall.
And you have been informed that you can safely rest here, and that no harm will come to you through the night. You may still choose to set a watch order if you would like to. I'll leave that up to you.
All I know is I
I'm
need to
good.
rest. So whatever I can do to actually rest and still be useful, I will do.
yeah,
But
for once I actually need to rest.
I'm going to take
Yeah.
his words as comfort and sleep.
Cool.
I will probably be hesitant to sleep just to kind of see what else is going on with Perrin and the wolf. You let me know, and I will tell you if I go to sleep.
Okay. So everybody else goes to sleep, and the fire's sort of dying down, and Perrin actually just lets it die down.
Huh.
And as it starts to go dark, his eyes start to reflect light a little bit more aggressively. Like they're not glowing with their own luminance like they have before, but there's something just more like feral about them. And he seems you get roll an insight check.
That I can do.
I love my insight checks.
17.
Okay. You get the distinct feeling that you are in the presence of an apex predator. It's not a menacing feeling.
I just know he's there.
Yes.
I don't get the flight response, but I get the I'm being watched. Yeah.
Right. It's you get a similar sensation to being like one of those little birds that picks food out of crocodile teeth.
Yeah. I'm allowed to be here.
Yeah.
Parent says,
And like
"Get out of my
you're
mouth."
very aware that that's a crocodile.
I'm gonna take his eyes looking the way that they are, like knowingly the wrong way, and present to him that I'm gonna say, crying is a waste of your tears, but weeping is permitted for your fallen. And I'm gonna like make it known that like I'm joking, like I know, like I'm referencing to his eyes and like sort of like oh, I can see your eyes look a little glossy, but I know you're not actually crying at all. We're gonna kind of share that like warrior aspect.
Sorry, I'm thinking of exactly.
Like Eli doesn't know how to respond to that. You broke the DM.
No, I want to be very careful with my words here because so he smiles at you a little bit knowingly and says, if you so choose, the path to see as I see is open to you.
I want to make an insight check on that.
Sure.
These eyes.
23. What does he mean by that? So I get what I think it means by it, but I want to know what my character thinks it means.
Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Danielle, you just disappeared.
I'm refreshing because it
Oh,
did
okay.
some weird thing, and so I'm trying to reset it. Sorry.
That
Here.
that life, doing that
Yeah.
and experiencing that, is something that you can. That is the path that he is referencing as being open to you, not specifically immortality
Yeah.
or becoming a deity of any kind.
Yeah.
But that.
I should hope not. I will scooch myself over across the dying embers of light from him, and kind of drop to both my knees and put my hands on it, like sit tall, like sitting on my legs, and just stare him straight in the eyes across the fire without blinking as best I can.
Okay.
Yes, essentially, I accept.
So he noticeably he looks up for several moments,
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of looks back at you,
Mm-hmm.
and says, "You are needed elsewhere for the time being. Our paths will cross again, and at that point, you'll have a choice to make."
We're just hoping for a fun ride. I'll sort of nod and just go back over to where I was and find a place to sleep. I guess I'll stay here. You can stay there.
Okay.
I thought he was gonna do some sort of scrying thing where I could, fun narrative of seeing a whole bunch of stuff at the same time.
Oh no, you don't get divine visions yet.
Okay.
So as you sort of get ready to go to bed, you do notice on your pennant the outline of a wolf that was not there previously.
Always looking for those favors.
There you go. No inner details yet, but
That's fine.
the
I
outline's there.
I like the idea of my character, like how a knight would collect a favor from a lady or something. I like him collecting honors and accolades and favors and bestowing them, wearing them, showing them off.
It's his shtick. It works.
Yeah.
So, this guy just gave me a little pin.
A little boon.
I got some merch. It's cool.
Cool.
You just come walking out of every town with some piece of swag stuck to you.
So you all sleep peacefully through the night and awaken at around 6 o'clock in the morning,
Full of hit
feeling
points.
well rested, full of hit points, full of spell slots.
Yay. Love it.
All the things back.
Are
All
you
the
doing
things are
that
back.
lovely extra XP thing for us?
Oh, and I meditated.
Oh,
for 30
you mean
minutes.
the temp HP stuff?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I will rouse you all. Somehow woke up earlier than all of you, even though I was up later, and get up. It's time to have a wonderful day. Let me tell you about the time. Motivate you all. 8 temporary HP. Ba-ba-da-ba.
I am
Really
kind of
wanna
picturing you all
motivate
have you all seen the sea shanties, viral sea shanties shenanigans going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm picturing you all sort of doing that as you get ready for your day.
Oh, and the best part is that I'm sitting and I'm just ending my meditation when he starts his shenanigans, and I'm just kind of glaring at him out of one eye, being like, "Seriously, dude?"
I'll give Kat a point. One of my I'll particularly pick her out as I'm telling some sort of story. Question, Eli.
Mm-hmm.
Is my maximum HP still my maximum HP?
Oh yeah, do we all have to worry about that?
Yes, it resets on long rest.
All right, just checking.
There were questions asked last time.
Yep.
I'm definitely going to be
Good.
partaking in the sea shanty. I feel like that's 100% my MO.
I'm going to leave the
Excuse
immediate
me?
area.
It's too late. You already woke up.
No, yep, I am waking up and I'm going in search of any nearby river.
I shout out at Tozu at some point as she's walking away. Make sure you're still
so
getting in
you
on
see, I will stream this little bit. if you so choose. I wish I could play this through Roll20.
Are you just doing the song?
Yeah, it's the
It doesn't have a
Wellerman.
video though.
Oh, it
Or
does
is
fine.
it just me?
No, I just black, but
Yeah,
I hear
I
the
don't see
song. That's
anything.
the important part.
It's a song.
Oh, never mind then.
It's fine.
Discord's being kind of a
Is it
beehole.
the like dudes? It's the funny guys, right? Like the guy we get into.
Yes.
Yeah, you're good.
The dudes.
Yeah,
The
yeah. I'll
dudes.
search.
I, at the very least, can post the link to the video
Beautiful.
for your later viewing pleasure. I'm picturing you doing every time you do that. I'm picturing you doing something like this and sort of leading a group song that has a repeating chorus that everybody else knows the words to, and you just like
Yeah, I can see it being some sort of combination of like a Celtic pub song along with like a drill sergeant waking you up in the morning.
yeah. That video is it's an Irish sea shanty, so it's like songs that sailors would sing while they were like doing chores about the ship.
Wonderful.
Okay, I've never seen this version. This is epic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I liked it when it was like the dorky guys. There's like a trio that did it. It was wicked funny.
Yeah, there's a
Change
whole
the
bunch. There's a whole bunch, but that kid started like posting bits of it on TikTok, and then other people would chime in for the chorus and add their own voices to it,
Yeah, this is really good.
and it got really cool. But anyway, so you all wake up in the morning. Hopper
Excellent.
has come back to the group. Perrin sort of as you all sort of wake up. Perrin rises from where he's been sitting and kind of gives a good stretch and says, "Well, it was an honor to make your acquaintance. I must be on my way. Safe travels, and may our paths cross again."
Cat nods, and it's very nice meeting you.
I'll mage hand a mage hand right in front of him for a nice little air high five.
Cheers, Baron. I'll let
he'll give you
Druid
the
know
high
they
five.
don't match up to you.
Give him the kind of warrior salute.
I'm just going to say bye to Hopper.
Sure.
I was waiting. I'm like, where is it?
Bye, Hopper. Just offer the handshake.
Boop the snoot.
His paw is substantially larger than
Oh,
yours,
ooh.
but he does do the paw.
Let's do a check. I want to see if
Hey.
you just crash to the ground.
And he sort of slips into the woods to the north. Perrin follows after.
Make sure that this isn't more than 10 minutes. Because I want Bo back. Fine steed.
All right. Once we're
Bo is back. Bo winked back into existence.
I don't have to re
Nope.
summon him. Bo, you're back. I missed you.
Yeah,
Let me tell
Bo
you what
came
I've
back.
learned.
Bo came back during the combat.
Okay, I
Yeah,
thought I was gonna have to re-channel him back into reality.
Wait, I thought. No. Wait, sorry.
The horse.
Because
So-
Bo came back in, but then got attacked, and I thought he got killed off, and that's why Patrick.
Oh,
had to
he
do
did
the,
get killed off. You were right. My bad.
Sorry,
You do have to
sorry.
find a new one. I forgot. No, thank you very much for reminding me.
So,
It'll
sorry,
be the-
I wasn't.
it'll
I
be the
wasn't trying
same
to. I wasn't trying to kill your
spirit.
mojo on that. But it's because it got killed while I was on it. That's the only reason I was like, wait,
Yeah.
because I just
Yes.
fell to the ground out of it.
Yes, I forgot.
Far.
It did die.
Yeah, and it just goes when it.
Yeah.
But I can resummon the exact same.
The exact
Like-
same horse.
Yeah, like everything comes back. The gear comes back.
re-equip.
Fine traps. Fine steed.
Now,
10 minutes.
now
yeah.
there's a solid chance I have a phobia of horses,
I'll leave
Yeah.
it.
and they affect my ability at fighting.
Since they all seem to be doing stuff, I'll make breakfast for everybody.
Nice.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna take care of my horse because my horse is still around.
Yeah, my horse is still around. Bo!
For now.
hey.
I picture your summoning ritual for Bo to just be shouting Bo.
Yeah, I'm literally just like whistle. Yeah, Bo!
Like it's not a mystical religious
No,
chanting
it's just-
ritual. It's just you walking in circles shouting. You walking in
Where'd you
circles
go, you
shouting
stupid
Bo for
animal?
10 minutes, and then it
Yeah.
just
You're my
appears in
boy,
the middle of
Bo.
No,
Yeah, I don't
the
think it's
circle.
like mean or aggressive or anything like Danielle was saying, but like it's
No,
just
it's like-
Bo!
Bo,
no,
Come on
it's
back!
come here, Bo.
you got me thinking like freaking Wedding Crashers. Ah, the meatloaf. Bo.
Just like pss, 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 pss.
Yeah.
Now
Not a
I just wish I had a pair of coconuts so I could just keep fucking up with Brody while he's walking around.
I'm
Be
like,
oh,
I
there
hear
he
him!
is.
Yeah.
It'd be like
Oh,
Buzz.
you want an apple?
It'd be like Buzz and Woody. Buzz, look, a spaceship or an alien. What? Where? Ah ha 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 ha.
Aw.
Damn.
Bo! I saved your carrot from last night.
All right.
Eli, I'm just kind of perusing the area as well. Just
Yeah,
Just in
that's fine.
case.
So Bo comes back. Breakfast is
Yay!
made. Horses are tended.
Great.
Sun's up. Birds are chirping.
I
boy,
want to.
damn.
I want to relay that we have been advised that we are going in the right direction to the west.
Did you put the fire out?
I will.
The fire burned out last night and
I
was
think
out. when
Oh.
we
referencing
woke up.
breakfast though.
Breakfast though.
I'll
didn't
prestidigitate the fire out.
Okay. Just don't want to leave open
There you
today in our wake.
All right, there, Smokey.
Only you can prevent forest
Exactly.
fires.
Yeah, the elves will
The
show up very.
alchemist is very fire away.
No, I want the alchemist to like flame retardant bomb the fire pit to put it out.
Just to invent fire
I-
extinguishers.
I do not carelessly experiment in the middle of a field.
If she rolls a one,
with that
she's going to accidentally make napalm and we're dead.
Yeah, no.
Creek
I-
fire.
Oh, this
I
wasn't
done
the
effed up
extinguisher.
once,
This was the
Aaron, and
accelerant.
she is very cautious with her alchemy from here on out.
All right.
So information to the group. I will hop back on the cart.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm riding my horse, make me big.
Yeah. I'm definitely not getting on a horse. So
Beep.
Gracias.
Meep.
I will also hop back in the cart.
And I'm actually gonna make both the cart. And
The cart should probably be bigger anyway, right?
yeah, the cart should be. Cart should actually probably be about that size.
Yeah.
So you are in the world.
You've
So
seen
this
this
is
before, didn't you?
this is the world map.
I know.
You are the purple
Party.
X.
We the party. Where it says party.
You are the party. That's where the party's at. Right there.
Oh
Where the
man.
party at? Do, 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 do,
Oh,
do.
sorry. Side note, Eli, since you're not one of my Facebook friends, I've been putting up joke of the days, and I felt like you'd appreciate this because I put up one the other day that said pickpockets are the original crowdfunding. And
Yes.
one of my friends commented on it, going, "I need to tell the rogue in my D&D group this."
Where did you get the money for this? Crowdfunding. So you have traveled 2 days so far. I'm going to say that for approximate scale in this world map, each square is. Actually, never mind. I'm not. But you've traveled about 2 days so far, and you have about 1 day left to the Elven border. Your initial objective was to head to the capital, Thalen City, to seek out more information about Nashua Kadal and what it is and how to stop it. You all good with heading due west?
Good.
Onward.
Moving west.
Follow the road.
Alrighty.
God, I hope this is a musical town.
Me too.
Like a town that enjoys music or a town
No,
that's
like a
trapped in
town that we
musical
actually can only communicate by
via
singing.
song.
Yes, it has to be.
May I
basically
have
like
an
a
apple,
Broadway musical.
sir?
Like 10 minutes of Brody singing when he first wakes up in the morning, and that's it.
What Patrick's saying is that music is his life.
No.
That's why he likes bards so much.
I'm curious. I'm curious if you're against the concept of music or for yourself to be partaking in music.
Yes.
Brody, I'm trying
Patrick
to.
appreciates organized sound. He doesn't like anything's lyrics.
Yeah, I like classical music or techno
EDM,
or dubstep. Yeah, dubstep. I don't like anything with words. I like music, not songs. I don't even know if I'd go so far to say I like music, but
Like
All I'm saying is that if we can get 100 subscribers to Phil's channel, then we
Never
will
listen
have
to
to do a
DJ.
musical episode.
Never.
please, everyone out there in internet land, for my sanity, fulfill this
No.
goal.
Don't watch this channel.
Is it? No, I want to. I guess this isn't the time to dive into it, but I have more questions. Is it
not
because
just
the
a story
words
color,
that you've
yeah.
ever heard have never reached you at a soulful level?
Me?
Yeah.
So Danielle actually has a good story to share.
Okay.
Hang on.
so-
Where did-
Are we
where did the
willing-
music
Are we
touch
willing
you?
to make this an attribute of Brody as well? 'Cause
Sure.
I would love for this to be roleplay between your characters while you're traveling.
I always like to find some aspect of myself to instill in my characters. I can say that Brody doesn't like music, just like I don't like music. Sure. You want?
Okay.
There's
So
also
this
the other
this
half.
conversation is happening.
That does kind of modify the like inspiration speech feat that I used at the beginning of the day. Then I don't think he would sing sea shanties.
Not singing sea shanties. All right, that's
No.
fair.
It would be more like
Rousing speeches.
yeah, like have you guys seen Aliens? Awesome movie, Aliens.
No, you're
So
old.
there's a scene when all the
Hey,
Space
now.
Marines wake up from their cryogenic sleep, and the sergeant's one of the first ones up, and he's like, "I love being in the Corps. Every meal's a bounty. Every day's an opportunity." And he just like, "I love the Corps," like that type of thing. So I could see Brody doing that. Giving that
Okay.
like, "You're lucky to be alive. Everything's a blessing."
I
I'm
can
still
combine
just
that.
picturing it like that meme I sent earlier with the. I wish I remember what the paladin said. Or-
Yeah, that was good.
I don't know. I was listening.
So
I
very very briefly though, Danielle, tell them.
So one of the things I used to have my science students do would be what's called an article review, where they go pick something sciencey, read it, and then like summarize it, and then respond to it. And one of them picked an article, and as I read what it was about in their summary, I was like, "Oh my God, this is my husband!" And it's about something called anhedonia.
Oh yeah,
ANHEDONIA.
it's when you
And
hate
it
fun.
is listening to music offers little to no pleasure. It affects, I just looked up the article, 3 to 5% of the population.
I get no
Including
joy from
Patrick.
music. Like it doesn't
Like
do.
literally his number one wish, if he won like wishes from a genie, would be to like ruin and end all music.
I would remove.
well,
all
those are
music.
those are two different things. There's being aloof to music, and there's hating music. Because if it's you wishing it
I
out of
receive no joy
existence,
from music to the point when other people are singing, it makes me have a bad day.
but that's not joy. That's actually rage. Whereas that other one sounded more like an aloof middle ground earlier. 'Cause, like, if I
anhedonia is
took-
actually
It's lack of joy.
and anhedonia is actually just generalized. It's not
Oh, sorry, this
specifically to
is
music.
musical anhedonia.
Yes.
Right.
Sorry, there's
Yeah,
musical.
anhedonia is lacking joy.
So,
I do not receive joy or pleasure from music.
but you want to take that joy and pleasure away from others.
Only because when other people are singing, it like perturbs me. Like, so I would
So-
rather sit in my car without the radio on
Yep.
than with the
What's a
radio on.
car?
You don't just dislike balloons. You want to go pop other people's balloons.
But what if while they were
But then
singing,
that's a whole nother.
If
Everybody
people
was
want to
kung
pop,
fu
if
fighting.
people want to watch their balloons in the privacy of out of my earshot, then I'm totally okay with it. But like when Danielle prances around the house singing, I'm like, not everything has to be music.
So I have another. I have another
First
question.
person he could have married.
No. New question. What
There's
if?
alcohol in this cup, by the way. You notice how frequently I'm drinking it now?
No, that's fine. This conversation, I'm not actually singing anything. So if all
time.
of the music I have access to were then converted into the karaoke version, which has no actual words, because you'd be the ones adding them, where would your music preference land then? Outside of the classical and the techno and the...
I mean, a song that has had its words stripped from it, I find more enjoyable than a version with the words.
Interesting. So it isn't the music; it's the story. So much.
Yeah. So a lot of it gets. I'm sorry to be derailing Eli's game here.
No,
with all
it's-
the-
No, this is role playing in
This
the
is
on the car.
fantastic role
That's
playing.
why I said,
Okay.
"What's a car?" So that's why.
So, right, I'm sorry. When we're all sitting in the wagon and a minstrel is in the back,
Myself?
him not play.
Myself.
Well, you'd rather him play. You just don't want him to talk. That's all it comes down to.
So
So,
last
yes,
night's
what-
hurdy-gurdy was fun.
What
'cause I didn't
happens
sing.
is the words in songs I end up getting too wrapped up in and trying to figure out, like a poem, right? And I sort of strip the musical sound away from it in trying to analyze the words. Now, contemporarily, songs don't have much meaning anymore when you bards sing baby 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 oh baby that doesn't mean anything. Like, it's useless. Like,
So
you're wasting
most
space in my
pop
ear holes.
we're talking. All right, okay.
Yes. But at that, even well, I would rather hear just the music and not the song. I would rather silence to the music.
Live with, can confirm.
No, I just
At no point has it been a disbelief. It was more of a clarification.
does that explain it?
Yeah, because then it would be
crazy, right?
It's
Yes.
What first I was gonna say, show me on this doll where the music touched
Were
you.
you gonna say? Were you gonna?
No, I don't think that's where this was going. Huh?
were you
But no,
gonna say,
like-
tell me why.
So as Danielle mentioned, if I got 3 wishes, one of them would be to remove all music from existence.
Is that literally just though because I like sing about everything? Or
No,
is that-
like,
has
I
that
would make it
always
go
been
away.
your dream? Like, did that just happen though recently, or is that something you've always felt?
No, not forever, but in my more recent married life, yes.
It's my fault.
I mean,
but I would use one of
Patrick,
my wishes to make that happen.
What if I just told you you better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it? You better never let it go. You only get one shot.
Oh, I
and
want you to
that's
come
your
over
chance to
here and
blow.
lick this thing. Go lick
This
her.
conversation becomes one to-
I let the horse drop back, and I want Bo to kind of like
No,
nose
I
it.
will stab your horse. I'm just telling you this right now.
She also bit a horse, so you better watch out.
That is true.
And if we're all done trying
Anyway,
to
now that if you're
how
still
Brody do.
watching this stream, we hope
But-
you've hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Because once again, 100 subscribers,
100
musical
people.
episode.
Nothing he says is fact, and as a bard, I feel like this conversation was apropos.
We could always
I
do a
love you guys
nightmare.
so much.
We could always do a nightmare episode where Brody is trapped in his own personal hell, where it is a musical.
COVID coming on.
his-
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
His own personal hell is living in the world of High School the Musical because everything turns into a song.
Everything has to be a song.
Like, legitimately, it's the best when we're watching a TV show and they do that random ass musical episode, and you can literally hear his internal groaning, even though he's not actually groaning out loud. But he just fills the room. I'm like, suck it up. They chose it. Don't look at me.
It's like,
I get.
where's that episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? There might have been 2 different episodes. One was where it was a complete musical, and then there was another one where the whole thing was shot in silence. There were like these demons that like smiled all the time walking around. They took sound from everyone, and they could only like emote and do things. I was like, that was fun. No sound.
No, so as a bard and the way I play, it would be more of a conversation to say that music doesn't hold emotion, which could be how communication can happen without knowledge.
I mean, knowledge doesn't have to have anything to do with music
Understanding
necessarily.
someone else's language.
Sure. What does that have to
Emotion
do with
runs
music?
deep in all race and all language.
I'm not smart enough to know. Brody's 8 intelligence. He's smart enough to know he's not smart enough.
Nice.
End scene.
Nice.
I've
Not
actually
to
been
be
quietly
confused-
rolling dice this entire time.
A little meta to that though. Brody does have proficiency in perform, and he thoroughly enjoys dancing. So like,
Okay.
there is a line for him. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, if
I
the
picture him-
conversation,
I picture him dancing more to like percussive beats. It's
Yes.
not so much musical as it is just rhythmic.
Yeah, but he can dance. I particularly denote his performance being dance.
If he wants to.
right.
but as
If
soon as the
mood
words
strikes
come, the mood
He can
strikes
leave
him
his
out the
friends
door.
behind. Because his friends don't dance.
him. If they don't dance.
I love you guys so much. I'm so glad I.
Hey, I had legit. You know, if we took a
Hey,
different
listen,
route, I
guys,
would start proposing
Brody
stuff.
would never give you guys up, and he would never leave you.
Let you
Let
down.
you down.
Yeah, sorry.
See, me, I was just trying to be a goblin about it. Ah, yeah.
Know your
yeah.
own business.
Well, it-
Oh, man.
Anyway,
This satire is just awful. I'm a satyr.
How far
I'm
away can I get away
Assuming
from
we're
the
walking.
Yeah, no, I'm all for continuing this.
And
Thank you for
Mimosy,
that.
and
Thank you for the
Mimosy.
role play. I'm going left.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
was
we're
fun.
we are walking. I'm gonna leave everybody in the cart for the sake of this is one of those times the scenery is just scrolling behind you. Please hold.
Smooches. Yeah. Hello. As another note, I also hate the kiss scene normally in movies, and it ruins the story.
Okay, well, this isn't a movie. This is D&D, Pat.
Good night, Lindsay. I don't
Danielle
have
says
camera
good night,
function,
and no one else does.
so I've always asked. Like, all
No one
the
else
This
did.
is
you're like,
Danielle, and no one else.
Yay! Wait, did she get her vaccination yet? Because she's a teacher.
She got her
Because we
first
used to hang out
shot
with people.
yesterday,
Is he paying you well? Is he feeding you?
and her arm still hurts.
Yeah,
And
I can
she is
imagine.
paid and fed.
Excellent.
You're
You
terrible.
gotta take care of her.
I do.
She's
We're
an
closing on a
actress.
house tomorrow. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, good times.
Woo.
Back to the story.
So after about 4 hours
Debating musical theory.
of debating musical theory, you all realize that you've been sort of being shadowed off to the sides, a couple 100 feet out on either side and ahead and behind you. And as the day sort of goes on, you kind of catch gray shapes and notice that you are being sort of shepherded by an unknown number of wolves.
Aw.
Are they actually wolves?
Or like spirit wolf.
You have seen that they are wolves.
Okay.
If I don't feel, can I do a check to see if I feel
Yes.
threatened?
Get out this
You can
message.
do a perception check, see if you can gather
Yeah, I'll go perception.
more specific details.
I'm fine for that.
Time
Should
for me
we
to
all,
adopt
can
a
we all
wolf.
do that?
You can all do it if you want.
Yay.
Why
Can I
am
make an
so
insight
bad
check to
at
see how I
insight?
feel about it?
I was
Not
going to
so
ask
much
for a
tactical,
nature
more
check,
gut
but
feeling.
that was better.
Sure.
I got a 14. I'm on a horse, so maybe it's harder to see.
Brody got a 17
Nice.
on his gut feeling.
Okay.
I accidentally hit something apparently.
Zero
Rolling
successes.
1d20 plus score equals 0.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Greater than. or less
We're gonna
than.
take that as a 19. That's fine.
I don't know what the
The less
yeah.
than
It's 'cause-
0.
It's because you have the less than 0.
You gained nothing less than
Oh,
0.
I
Because
hit
you're
the
You
wrong.
didn't have any less than
I
zeros.
think I accidentally clicked something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
what
like
I
setting a
clicked.
DC.
That was a logic formula you
Yeah,
wrote.
that's fine.
Yeah, it's the
But
target
a
number.
19 on perception is fine. So at the 14s, you see wolves. You can definitively say that they're wolves. Tozu with the 19, you can see that there are 6 of them, just sort of ahead and to the sides, kind of roaming in a little scouting pattern, but leaving their distance from you. Brody, you feel comforted by their presence.
Hey, friends, brothers. Smile.
Yes.
Paladin smile. We get bonus hit points for each like pearly white tooth we have. Paladin feet.
1 HP per tooth.
Yeah, if they don't seem like they are a problem, I'm gonna keep on rolling.
Yeah, so as you continue on, you notice them just sort of keeping pace with you. They're not moving in. Yeah, once in a while, one or two of them will get like a little bit closer to you where you can get kind of a clear look, and then they'll sort of scout back out. Dun, dun, dun. See if anything happens during the day. Which one did I make that? So around 2 in the afternoon, from about 100 feet to the northwest of you, so to your right as you're traveling, ahead of you, you hear a metallic snap and a howl of pain.
Which direction?
To the right of us.
Up there.
North, west. Okay.
It
Is
is to
this-
the northwest.
Assumedly in the woods off the road.
In the woods off the road.
Stop.
Trap.
Old. Tozu, you wanna?
Yep, I'm working on it. I will attempt to stealthily approach and see if I can get an eye as to what is going on.
Once I see him out of vision, I will cast, or as before he leaves my range, I'll cast message so he has the option to communicate the situation back.
Is there a spot that I should... Oh, here. I'll guess I'll do the roll first, and then... Why am I still on the 0 successes thing? I switched it.
You
Well,
you
let me-
probably have a target. Like, are you using the
target
Target
number...
number at the
the
bottom.
roller? Yeah, you need to have
What
the
is-
target number none.
Say exploding none, and then the box next to target number needs to be blank,
Blank. Yeah.
not
Oh.
0.
Okay.
So, like-
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, because when you use
Oh.
that, you're like setting a DC
Okay, so I guess I have a 17 for my...
or challenge rating initiative.
Plus 12, my gosh.
Okay.
For my
And this was for a stealth. Okay.
Stealth.
That was a stealth, yep. Trying
All right.
to...
Your
I'm guessing
stealth
right.
has been noted.
I'm guessing right around here.
We're gonna put it in this box,
Okay, so
give or take. So do you just want to like walk? So as you get to
I'm-
about here,
yeah.
you can kind of see. Actually, we're gonna put you back here. You can see through the trees. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. God, this is so unfriendly. You see a wolf with its paw stuck in a trap.
That's the worst thing ever. I want to go help the wolf. I don't even care if the wolf is friendly or evil. That's awful.
Did you
Okay.
message?
And I might be somewhat good at disarming traps.
Okay.
So I message.
So
Is it dangerous or do you need help?
there is a wolf in a trap.
Hey, guys.
I'm going in.
Hey guys, there's a wolf in a trap.
That's not good.
Brynhild.
So I'm going to approach the wolf.
Move up.
I'm not gonna try to do this stealthily, but I'm gonna try to do it carefully, just so that way the wolf, I don't agitate the wolf even more than it's already agitated. So I don't know
Okay.
if you need me to do anything for that.
Make an animal handling check.
All right.
It's in pain. It's on edge and not quite sure what just happened.
Not great.
So as you approach here, it sees you and starts to growl at you, and it can kind of rotate itself around a little bit, and it bares its teeth and growls at you. For those of you that want to go off into the trees, it's going to be... Is there a vehicles check?
There is if you want.
If
I
you
would-
want to remain mounted, it's going to be, I guess, is it animal handling or
So
vehicles to
normally,
stay mounted
yeah,
normally?
animal handling is normally for like riding a mount, and for like moving the wagon would be a vehicle, land vehicle, sea vehicle,
Okay. So it'll be an animal handling check if you want to stay mounted to get there.
To get where?
You can
Into
to
the
get
woods.
into the woods.
No,
So these
I'm
black
gonna-
lines are the trail.
Dismount and walk.
If you dismount,
Yeah,
it's not difficult terrain. But if you want to take your horse through, it
It-
will be.
Well,
Kind of.
so
an animal
I was
Yeah.
thinking we might move
Oh.
horses and cart up to here and then get off.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can
leave
move.
our
We can
horses
move the
over
whole
here,
whole thing down the road here.
and then You can make me
Beetle,
smaller.
Beetle, am I still in contact with you? Like through
I
the
know
whisper, or is it only if you whisper to me first?
that's correct.
Okay.
Send and then
So you gave the info. We pulled up. I hop off.
Okay, I'm gonna mildly signal to you guys to just hold back for a second.
Stop here.
I'll stay on my horse for the moment, just to stay up and alert.
I'm gonna come back to you, Beetle, just so that way we're not shouting across and everything. Do you know any songs that can calm an animal? Sorry, Patrick.
That's fine. No, it's not gonna that's not gonna ruin my day. This is clearly a part of the game.
Yeah, this was not directly trolling for once.
For once.
You're just giving me hope, DJ, to tear me down. I know. Yeah, wisdom handle animal check to control your mount when you attempt a risky maneuver. Is the
Hey,
use of animal handling.
hey, Eli.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that this bear trap is an object that is either contains a mundane or magical means to prevent me access to the wolf? As in that the target is held shut by a mundane lock or is stuck or barred?
What are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to open
What
the.
are you-
I'm trying to use a second level spell called Knock to have the trap open.
It is spring-loaded teeth.
Clever
What?
use of knock.
I just never thought of using Knock for something like this, but I just.
Like the use of knock, but let me read it.
That's clever. I'll give you that. I'm doing the same thing Eli is right now. I get the
You'd have to say that this is a version of it being barred in some manner,
box
or
just
or
as magical.
stuck or barred.
Yeah, I don't know that it's actually like locked, but it's meant to prevent escape.
Clever.
Look up
Clever indeed.
animal hunting trap. When you use your action to set this trap.
From my knowledge of traps, I will say that it's a spring-loaded plate. So you step on the pad, which has a bar that's holding a spring open. When you step on the pad in the middle, it moves the bar. The spring can contract, and the jaws snap shut. There's not usually an additional locking bar. You cast the spell.
Because it doesn't say it necessarily has to be a lock. It says, or that is a target that is held shut by a mundane lock, or that is stuck or barred, becomes
I'd say this is
unlocked,
almost more like a
unstuck,
grapple.
or unbarred.
I'm gonna say no. I really like the creative
Yeah, it's super
Alright.
clever.
to apply, but no, because it isn't locked. And if you could get close enough to it, you could just pry the jaws open relatively easily.
Okay.
It's not locked.
Then I'm going to do two things. Well, maybe I'll do.
I'll dismount and join.
I'm going to take some leftover breakfast out of my pocket. I'm going to.
That's where he keeps leftover breakfast.
Yeah, right.
Pocket eggs, best kind of eggs.
I'm going to
Dog.
cast message and maybe do a No, I'm not going to get that tricky. I'm going to approach using animal handling and cast healing word. And I'm going to heal the wolf. I'm going to do a 1-level spell. So I'm going to do 1d4 plus my spell casting modifier.
Make a medicine check first.
I guess my idea is that if I do this and make it feel better, it will be more likely to allow me to approach.
Yes.
That's the medicine.
Okay.
And my roll for the spell, if I do it, is 1d4 plus 7.
So you know from doing healing spells and other such things that because the trap is still sprung and the metal teeth are still in its leg, your healing is going to have a limited effect.
Just gonna keep getting rehurt.
Yeah.
That's fine. This is really just for an instantaneous trust exercise. That if I'm bringing goodness, I can continue that effort by getting closer.
Okay.
So then I'd like to...
So you can burn the spell slot and then make an animal handling check with advantage.
Animal handling. That would have been whatever healing or reduced healing, if you want to reduce it by. And then animal handling. Well, thank goodness.
Well, that was
That was not
That-
how that works. Hang on one second. That, I mean, pretty much exactly. Well, I guess my first roll would have been a 12 and my second was a 9. But
yeah. We'll take the 12 and give you the 13. It's uncomfortable around you for sure, but
it's not biting my hand off.
it's not. It doesn't seem to be moving to bite you as you approach.
I put a foot down on the bottom bar and I start to pull up on the top bar.
All right, go ahead and make a strength check.
This is not where I excel. Oh, thank God, dice.
There you go. That's when you needed to die.
Almost lost
so
my
yeah.
foot.
You successfully pull it open, and the wolf pulls its paw out and kind of immediately starts to limp off into the distance. I mean, it's running, but it's kind of like running on 3 paws instead of 4. But as it runs off, coming from across the road, coming from behind you, you hear, "Hey, what's the idea?" You
Brody
turn to
turns.
see
They sound like bros. You got this.
2 gruff-looking, relatively dirty outdoorsman type folks, clad in furs, carrying some small game, some rabbits. One of them's got like a pheasant on his belt, with short bows and long hunting daggers.
Do I escape the trap to let
yes,
go?
you can let go of the trap.
Okay, I let go without my foot dying.
Yes.
Cool.
They just like walk right up to us.
Yep.
Hail and well met.
Oh, you're nicer than I am. I'm getting my sword out.
Hello, brothers. Sorry, did we just deprive you of lunch?
Lunch and some gold to boot.
Well,
What are you doing out here? You can't just mess with people's traps.
no, but we were probably doing you a favor that you might not be aware of. See, there's a deity about these lands here that is patron to wolves, and I'm sure he would not have approved of you snatching one of his own like that. So we saved you quite the divine headache, I imagine.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I assist in this effort any which way for his role's sake?
Yes.
Take some advantage on that.
Yep.
Okay. Persuasion, you say yes.
Yep.
Okay. First roll. Second roll. Take the 18.
Okay. They look at each other and they look back at you and like, we've been hunting these woods for years. Never heard of no deity. And then one of them, the first one says that, and the second one kind of looks at him and says, well, times have been a bit strange recently, though. I don't know. Maybe there's something to it.
I'll interject. I don't mean to question the history of the land. We're just telling you current events. We traveled this road, and it's what we encountered. But we shouldn't deprive you of your meal and your pay. Let me see what I can do for you. Whoop. Check my character sheet. Rations. Okay. And... Okay. Da-da-da.
How much? They said gold, right?
That's a general term for money in most parlances.
Well, if I said like, how much money would a wolf like that get you? Would that make sense?
Yeah, if that's what you want to ask.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ask that too. These things. New edition.
Howler hides.
Trade good, maybe?
That's what I'm looking at. It's going to be comparable to...
A yard of cloth is 5 silver. Linen. A yard of linen is 5 gold.
Between the fur and the meat. Well, all right. For a wolf like that, I don't know, probably one of them starts to say 1 and the other one kind of elbows him and he's like, two gold.
Okay.
You were going to kill a wolf for 2 gold.
Cat reaches into her pocket. And let
No,
me
no,
save you.
no, 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 no. No, no, no. Sorry,
Tozu,
Cat.
Do you have something to say?
They were going to kill a wolf for 2 gold.
That's kind of how nature works.
Well, I wonder how much
I'm not
gold they-
saying it's okay with me, but that people have to survive.
I wonder how much gold they have on them. Perhaps I'll kill them for their gold.
What my friend is trying to say is that we don't want to be fleeced, but we want to make sure that we're not destroying your livelihood. So I'm gonna start pulling some rations out, and I know, like, I'll pull them out, and I see that they step back. I'll step forward.
That's big talk for someone so small.
Don't push it, pal.
Okay.
Whatever you do, don't start singing.
Shut up. I have
You know,
a
for
ration
big-
in each hand. That's a
If it's
day's
big
food
talk,
and
then
a
why are
day's
they
food.
backing up?
A
I'm
day's
offering.
food and a day's food.
Right, a ration is a whole day's meal, right? Like a whole day of food.
Yeah.
Unless you decide that.
No, ration's like a day's food.
Okay, so
2
I'm
gold's
offering.
worth a lot more than a day's food.
Let's start with that. I don't want you to starve. I'm
Go
not
ahead and
saying
make
that-
another persuasion check.
That's 23.
All right, they're
Not
not.
saying coins off the table. I'm saying I want you to eat well. Here.
Cat just sighs, walks over, hands each of them 2 gold apiece. We're not looking for any trouble. Please, let's just go on our each on our way. And she kind of waters back to her horse because I'm
Okay.
not
Can't make a persuasion
charismatic.
check as all. No, you make one too. Just
Persuasion.
yep.
Sure.
And they're not going to be huntsmen anymore.
Nat 20.
Okay.
No crits on skills.
No crits
I
on
know.
skills, but still, 20
Still
is
20.
20 is great. That's enough successes. They had been like sort of reaching for their daggers and making sure their hands were free and glaring very aggressively at Tozu.
Yeah, I
the
noticed.
the tiny green
The
small
tiny
girl
mouthy one.
who is yelling at them and threatening to kill them. But with the offers of food and gold, they kind of grunt and they look at each other and like, it's not worth the trouble. Mind your own business next time. And they kind of turn and start to walk off.
I want to pickpocket him.
Oh, motherfucker.
Beetle,
Make us
can you like do something about that one? I like point at
Make-
Tozu.
make a stealth check.
Does this count with my? Sorry, does
Yes.
this one count with my armor? Yes.
Yep.
All right. 27.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So you move up into range of them. Yeah.
Yep.
Pick one and make a sleight of hand check.
We'll go guy on the upper side, I guess.
For whatever reason, I actually. Okay. For what? Is no, sorry. Bill for just some details.
Do you want me to see if I can do it stealthily and then say, or do you want me to say?
What are the component? What are the?
It's
Is there a verbal component?
no, it's
I'm looking it up.
VNS.
Then
So it is.
yeah, make a stealth check as well, and then sorry, Tozu, go ahead and do you want this to be before the pickpocket?
I want it to be as he's doing the pickpocket.
All right. So go ahead and make your stealth check,
Okay.
and let me know what effect you're like. What do you?
Sure. You got it.
Oh,
Yipes.
okay. What are you
I'm on it.
doing? Okay. So Tozu, I'm sorry, you said this.
The other one, the
This
upper
one?
one. Yep.
All right. What are you? Go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
Wow.
With advantage.
Hey. I'm going to assume that my general rage at these guys is affecting my overall skills.
I'm so glad I just did what I did because we're gonna see it.
Okay. So here's how this goes down.
And Eli has to narrate.
So Tozu
What happened behind the curtain?
very effectively sneaks up into the middle of these two guys. Everybody hears Beetle muttering quietly under his breath Both of the hunters sort of look back and see him waving his hands around and muttering. This one, the red hunter, looks like he's wet himself, and and a terrible foul odor, as if he has defecated in his pants, arises.
Musical magic brought
But
you
the
this.
sound causes him to turn as Tozu is reaching his hand into the man's belt pouch. And he catches Tozu with her hand in the belt pouch.
Enjoy the circumstances you now see before you.
He immediately draws his hunting knife.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. A hunting knife.
And I back up because Tozu, you're on your own.
Oh no. Before you move, we're going to roll initiative.
Damn it. You can put me back.
Oh, 13, because I apparently am keeping my SOA rolls going.
What is my initiative? 2.
Twinsies.
Man, I got some low rolls tonight.
So we got
Gross.
13, 10, 2, and 9. What the hell?
I mean, Brody's the least combative out of all of us. That makes sense.
I like going last for those reasons specifically.
Alright, so it's going to be Tozu.
I was hoping you might have some cutting remarks upon seeing what you just saw.
Me?
No, Tozu.
Hunter.
Well, considering the fact that apparently you almost just made me try to pickpocket shit from a guy.
No. It was just he has soiled himself. I don't keep my money in the front and the back.
Roll for that.
Tozu,
That's what I
you
wanna
get to
know.
go first.
It's not so much
Ow.
meant for that, but it's a thing I
Because the
can
highest
do with
I
that.
rolled was terrible.
All right. Well, you know what I'm going to be
Wait, we
doing?
tied. Can I go first?
No, because it's based on who had the higher.
Dexterity.
Well,
Wait, then wouldn't it be the lower one? Because I got the better roll.
He's
No.
got a
It's the
plus
high
Whoever has the higher bonus to the roll would have the superior.
dexterity.
You tied, but it's a +4 versus a +3.
Danielle,
Right,
think of
so
it
that
like
means
this.
My roll was better.
No. Danielle,
+4 is better.
Danielle, think of it
No,
like
I think
this.
The plus is better, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
In not in the rules. But wouldn't it make more sense that if your roll was better?
No.
you'd pull
no, because
rank
it goes
instead?
by what
because
your
Da-
roll roll.
Danielle,
Tied for
Luck
the
is the
roll.
roll versus talent. Is unfair
Okay.
to me.
That
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
Talent
sense.
trumps luck.
Danielle, think of it
Continue.
like this. It's your dexterity, so he moved just a little bit quicker.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. So go ahead, Tozu. You're somehow first.
All right. Well, I'm going to attempt to hit with my short sword.
Okay.
The one that soiled themselves.
Yeah, the one you were
I'll take-
pickpocketing, or
Yeah, the one I was pickpocketing because I assume that he's. Because technically, you said that. Did they both turn around, or is he the only one that's turned around right now?
they both turned around because they heard Beetle mumbling and then saw him waving around, and then the red one saw you with your hand in his pocket.
Yeah, the red one's
And
going to
then-
be the one that's a little bit more angry at me right now.
Yep. So go ahead and roll the hit.
12.
12 hits. Don't you also gain advantage on anybody who hasn't taken a turn yet?
Yep. So this counts as a sneak attack.
I think don't you get to roll twice?
You might get a crit, so it's
You might
worth
crit.
just trying
Oh.
again.
Fair.
Am I making that up? That is a thing, right?
No, that is a thing. Yeah,
I've done
that's
that before.
you have
It's an-
advantage on attack rolls against any creature that has not had a turn in combat yet,
Nice.
and then
You're first.
it's only if they're surprised that they.
It's
if-
not a
if
critical
it's
hit.
Auto critical hit, but.
It's not a critical hit, but you
yeah.
still get sneak attack.
And that is with I'm sorry, I always forget this part. So it's with the proficiency bonus, right? Because I'm proficient with this weapon.
It is not with the proficiency; it's with the stat.
Oh, it's with the stat. Okay, so it's the +4, not the +3. Okay, cool.
Proficiencies to hit.
Okay.
Tribute is to hit and damage.
Yeah, so you kill him.
I didn't. I'm not actually trying to kill him. I will pull back on this.
Okay.
So proud. Brody smiles just a little.
So you stab him then straight through the shoulder and kind of like bring him to the ground and wrench your knife a little bit and yank it out. He's laying there like clutching his hopefully not mortal wound.
And now I'll just turn to the other one and say, you can give me your money, or you can get more of the same.
Make an. I'll let you use your bonus action to make an intimidation check.
All right.
And I'll say you get advantage because you just killed his friend, sort of.
13 on the first one. 3 on the second. I'll take the
Okay.
13.
The other one kind of puts his hands up. It's like, oh, okay. Well, hey, easy. Take what you want.
Just the money. That's all I need. You can take your friend.
Can I talk,
Yep.
Eli?
Yep.
Tozu, how much is your pride worth?
Where are you going with this?
You're robbing these men for the sake of your pride?
I am robbing these men because they attacked a nice wolf with their trap.
They were practicing their livelihood.
They should not attack the wolves. We'll just go with that.
Don't think that robbing them is necessary. We took care of the wolf.
Okay. Fine. It won't be robbing. How about that? We'll take 8 gold.
One second. I reach into my pocket and I pull out 8 gold.
Nope. You have 8 gold already.
Yeah, and I'm giving it to you.
We gave them... Cat gave them 2 gold. Figure we should get that back, and then, for our trouble. A little
I
extra.
agree that she overpaid them. This is
She
ridiculous.
gave 4 gold.
Yeah, 2 and 2.
I gave 2 apiece, and we're supposed to be like good people, and we're helping out, and we did it right by the wolf. I don't know what is going on. Can we just go? We're supposed to be like good influences.
If you wouldn't mind, can you pull the dagger out of that man's shoulder that you're keeping pinned to the ground? I'm assuming he's there, like...
Right.
Is he at 0, but like...
Yeah, he is at 0 hit points, and
I'm guessing he's like...
effectively like slowly bleeding out.
Give Cat back her gold, and you guys can go.
I nod. I look at green, the green dot. He's the only one still up.
All right.
I pull back
Cool.
my sword.
He takes 2 gold out and kind of just like tosses them, and then he shuffles like super nervously over to his friend and reaches into that guy's belt pouch, tosses out 2 gold, 2 gold, 2 silver, and 3 copper pieces. Just kind of land because he just kind of took a fistful of everything in the belt pouch and threw it, and he starts to like drag the guy backwards away.
Cat,
I'm gonna
you
move
can take
them.
back... Oh, sorry.
No, I'm gonna move them slowly, and you can continue to interact with the scene.
Cat, you can have your 4 gold. Brody, put the rest in the party fund. I mean, if you have issues with it, I'll just take it, put it in my pocket.
I say let it stay in the road. Cat
Okay,
can pick up your money.
I pick up my 4, I guess.
So
Able
what
to remove myself from the shenanigan. And I go over to my horse. Chilling over there.
Everybody good with that?
We leaving the money in the road?
I'm picking up the silver at least. I was it 2 silver pieces you said, and 3 copper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm taking the silver.
Tozu picks it up and I assume turns around. I'm gonna hold out my gauntleted hand like this, with open palm. I'm sorry, DG. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, sorry,
Sure.
I had to close everything so I could see the
Yeah,
top
that's fine.
of
Don't worry
the
about it. I am extending my weaponized hand like in your face, palm up, as if put it in my hand.
I drop one of the silver into your hand.
I turn it over and let it fall to the ground, and I turn my hand back up again.
I'm keeping the other one.
I close my hand in a fist. I look at the rest of the party.
This is all on you guys.
Yeah, I'm on the cart, ready to do whatever, ready to move on. If this is your guys to figure out.
Head back to the cart.
Did we take an oath of any kind when we named
To, like,
the
serve
people
and
that we
protect the
are?
people.
Do we have
Yeah,
verbiage
short-
that we can reiterate at this
I'm
point?
in a situation where we
The
were.
version
so
is
I
serve
would-
and protect the lawful citizens of the realm.
Oh, I recast Prestidigitate after we were like, okay, we're cool with you guys, and his pants are no longer soiled.
I'm sorry, the pants. This showed nothing for the shoulder wound though. So
I can't unprestidigitate a shoulder wound.
No, I just
Any
there's-
healing I have, I can't do that far away.
Yep.
DJ, Tozu walked away with 1 silver.
Yes. I left the copper. I let you do your thing with the other silver.
I'm pretty sure that as I was walking back, I didn't see this exchange of silver or you guys in the road. That's why I am not involved.
I'm
if
gonna
you,
say
the metagame insight is that they were legally doing their livelihoods in a non-threatening manner, and you stole their effectively product.
Right, which is what
We didn't steal the product.
Brody,
We
which is-
broke the problem of, we didn't let them have their product. So I'm
Yes.
not
which is
thinking
what
that I
Brody and
stole
Kat
anything.
understand. But Tozu is attached to the wolves now, so Tozu's
Yes. It
thinking
is.
as a knight. Tozu's thinking as
Oh, I understand the
a-
thinking.
yeah, the role play is totally legitimate.
It's
Like,
100% legit.
Nothing
I
here
just-
is just for
if
whatever.
if it helps any of you frame your
Yeah,
characters'
I'm not
reactions,
directly trying to be an agent of chaos right now. That
no. There's
No,
this
I
is-
know.
We
I
get
don't think
it.
you're
We
being
totally get it.
silly or
this
stupid.
is,
This
is
totally
solid
solid.
roleplay.
No, you're
I can-
spot on, but I'm saying
I can feel the wheels turning in some people's heads, and so if it helps with any perspective, they were legally practicing a craft, and you effectively went and if they were fishermen, you just sort of went and
Cut
cut
their
all their
lines.
fishing lines. And then when they were like, "What the fuck, man?" you stabbed one of them and took their money.
they were extorting us.
Okay. Here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go pick up their money. I'm gonna pull out a silver of my own and add it to the pile. I'm gonna slowly walk this way.
Okay. You can very easily follow the trail of drag marks and blood.
Okay. Are they still in sight?
So as you get about there, you can see them. They stopped about 60 feet away
Okay.
from the road, and the one that's not dead is trying to
Revive his buddy.
Yep.
I'm gonna kind of hands up like this.
So he nocks an arrow and points the bow at you and is like,
I nod like, "Yep, I get that. Yep."
yeah, he's like trembling a little bit, but it's fear,
Right.
not aggression.
I'm just gonna kind of, it's all right. Hey, sorry about that. I wanted to return your money.
Okay, he lowers it a little bit, but it's still knocked at his side.
Okay. I'm gonna keep my other hand up. This lefty. This is the gauntleted hand. I'll have the money in
Yeah.
that hand. I'm gonna slowly make my way over to them. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da,
Okay.
da-da, and I'm gonna hold out what would have been not the gold that Cat paid, but like the rest of it that was on the ground. So
Okay.
I added 1 silver to make up for it.
So he releases the tension and he snatches the silver real quick and kind of is like, yeah.
Like, can I help your friend out there for a moment?
He moves over here.
Okay.
But
I'm just
yes.
gonna lay on hands for 1.
Okay.
I'm very sorry.
The wound stops bleeding and he kind of like coughs a little bit and his eyes open up.
Do I have an idea how much it would be to heal him full? I mean, I can literally go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and be like, "Oh, you're better." So it won't take. I don't think I can like overspend. It's just
Yeah, it's gonna be 5 more.
okay. I'll heal him full.
Okay. So 6 total.
Yeah. All right. Let me just. Sorry for the delay. Let me mark off my.
Get out of there. That's chocolate. Stop it. Do you have a death wish?
She's
Yeah,
not
Patrick.
in case
Yeah,
anyone's
Patrick.
worrying.
Stop it.
Patrick!
Oh my god.
I can't help it. The chocolate. I can't help.
Animals. They have a death wish. I swear.
Yes, he does.
Okay. And then I will step back. My hands up still. Give a little bow. Again, my apologies.
Okay.
And then I get here. I'm gonna turn
Yep.
and walk back. Come over here and say, "Tozy, get out of my carriage."
It's your carriage?
Yes, this.
That's out of game. That's out of
It
game.
is.
Yeah, that's his.
Yes, it
entourage.
is. Brody
That's
bought the carriage.
That's
You
fair.
can walk until I've decided otherwise. And I will turn, and I will get on my horse.
Sounds
Interesting.
about right. Getting on your high horse.
That's right. If we're gonna
Interesting.
make the height jokes, and I will go on and tell Persif to follow.
Okie dokie. Cat, you getting back on the horse?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
I don't want to like go fast or anything. Like I want to
Yep.
go at a speed
Nope,
that's
I just-
comparable to Tozy walking beside us. But
Yeah, that's fine.
Interesting turn of events.
Would anybody else like to do anything in this scene?
Yes,
Okay.
but all of them need to be like ahead of me.
yeah, I leave. I just
So I'm like, I'll bring up the rear guys. This is what you hear me say, but I haven't gotten on my horse yet. I'm just like making it look like I'm fixing things in saddles and like adjusting the horse.
Okay.
and again, I
Yeah.
want to make sure we're not going any faster than like Tozy would normally walk beside the carriage, assuming that you're following us on foot. But I want to make
Yep.
sure I set a speed that isn't like ridiculous.
So they get a little distance ahead. Your cat is still where the trap is.
Yep, and I drop 4 gold into the trap. And then I get on my horse and I get behind you guys.
Okay.
Good role play, everyone. That was fun.
Interesting. Yeah. All right. So you continue to journey in a little bit of an uncomfortable silence for the rest of the day. And as dusk starts to approach, you notice some additional like rustling in the leaves that is shadowing you, in addition to the wolves, but you can't quite make it out. You can't quite tell what it is. And then as you approach, as you're wandering through the woods, ahead of you, you see a small stream just kind of flowing up ahead. And as you approach the stream, out of the trees around you drop down a company of 8 elves with a variety of elven swords and bows, and some elven war face paint on. And the central elf holds up her hand to your caravan and says, "Stop there if you don't want to be filled with arrows."
I stop.
We're going to call the scene there, I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it is 10 o'clock, and I know y'all got to get to bed.
Yay. That was a good one.
Nice. Yeah,
That
good
was
role
a good
play.
one. Yeah, DJ.
Did the elven person speak in common or elvish?
That's a great question.
Common.
Common. Okay.
Sorry,
looked
that
at
wasn't
us and
too out
didn't
of
have
left
high
field. That
hopes.
wasn't too out of left field, right? Like,
No, man.
I
Like,
know
No, that's
Yeah.
great.
That was well within
something
character.
like that.
I,
No, that was great.
And I
Yeah.
want to make sure that like we as players decompress with each other. Like, are you cool, DJ?
Yeah, no, I'm cool.
Excellent.
Like, I don't think you can making me get out. Like, I understand where that's coming from on the meta side of things. Like, obviously, my character is going to be, super pissed about it. And
Yeah, we're gonna be
whatnot,
miffed at one another. We'll work it out.
Yeah,
But yeah, no. I totally like as a player, even as a character, I feel everything you did was warranted and justified.
Yep.
To like in terms of the motivation.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, I'm like, well, this is the character, but my character disagrees. So,
Yeah.
but that was great scene, great role play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I figured,
100% made sense.
I've been doing mild homework, like not so much like in relation to our game, but just like watching some other role plays and whatnot, being like, oh, okay, I kind of get like how this is going, like because I think for a while I was more focused on thinking of it in the sense of a video game, where it's like here's your beginning, here's your middle, here's your end, like everything is kind of a linear story,
Mhm.
instead of being like, oh, you can like there's no real you don't necessarily win D&D, you just kind of keep the story going and
Play. Yeah.
You
you
legit
figure out
can do
you
what
figure
you
out new
want.
things about yourselves. Yeah.
I do what I want.
So
Yep,
if all
nope.
of a sudden after getting licked by a dire wolf, now I just have this huge animal fixation on
Horses
on
are
the
bad.
wolf,
Wolves are
on
good.
the wolf. Yeah. Notice how I haven't
Yeah,
actually
no, it
notice
totally
how I
makes
haven't
sense
killed
that
your
that
horses.
filled you
I
with
might
rage.
just not go with them, but
Yeah,
So,
no,
yeah.
that was,
That worked.
No, that's good
solid.
role play.
Yeah, I look forward to us sorting out. But yeah, no, DJ's research is him finding all those memes and be like, okay, how hard do I have to push Pat?
That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to be like, oh man, somebody's been looking at a lot of rogue memes, huh?
At some point,
in fairness, I have, but more not so much even for inspiration, just because now that I understand more about things, it's like, oh, I
They're
get
funny.
this now. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not
Um,
all just sneak attack moments. And hey, you can see that your teachings are rubbing off on me a little bit as I
you
did
didn't
not
kill
kill
him.
that guy.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I was like, oh man, no. And I was like, oh, okay. And then you're like, give me all your money, and I'm like,
It's better than death, but still got work to do.
And I'm glad Pat already got an inspiration off of that earlier. I take it you were a little prepared for such a moment.
the words I said.
Yeah.
Well, and
I
your
just-
actions of what you did.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the actions were just pretty true to Brody and how I've kind of been role playing them all along.
I agree.
The words I like to sort of like. I actually just looked them up while we were playing. Like I didn't look them up beforehand. I looked them up tonight,
Wow.
and I like to find poetry that I think fits D&D like prayers. I think it works very good. So I just typed in like dead brother poem.
Yeah, funeral.
That's what I got. I looked at a bunch of them.